Here with another one of our Dream Team playthroughs, and this is one I've been looking forward to for a while. We're going for Old Kildonan, not Scottish, by SkinniePost. Skinny was in last year's Dream Team contest and probably was one of the fan favourites with Bryn Orlon, again based in the UK, and he goes for some really quirky stuff. So last year, basically, the idea will be crazy, whatever it is. And always trying to do something we haven't seen before. And having had a little bit of an insight into what he's been doing and how he's been doing it, I've got quite a lot to mention when we're playing this, because there'll be a lot of stuff that's gone on here that are real big designer tricks that maybe people won't notice when playing it if it's not pointed out. Anyway, his form. White tees. So we're going to play from white tees. I'll give a reason why in a minute. Turn up the wind any direction. Green's default pretty high, but can play at fast. Okay, we're going to go with defaults anyway. Simplicity and minimalism on the key design features, again leaving one out there. It's playing medium, so tougher CC/elite, and it's based on Askanish and Olde links courses. So Askanish is like the ultimate minimalist course. There's like 4 bunkers, I think, on the whole thing. And it's got some crazy wild land. So we're going to go winds as high, and we're going to go with, I don't know, southeast, why not? We'll keep greens at default. We're going to play pin 3 because we were on that last time. Yeah. So there is a really, really interesting thing with this course, with what Skinny did, that is 2 really interesting things, I say. Now the first one we're going to do is we're going to leap straight into the sky, and we're going to look at the plot. So, one thing we might notice about the plot is it's giant. So there is a trick within the designer of how you can expand the plot a little bit. A bit more than that there, Charlie. So you can expand it by dragging waypoints all the way to the edge. Skinny, being the madman that he is, managed to extend it the whole way around so we can do a proper out and back links. So the holes go all the way out and back, and there's some butterflying in and out. Like, we'll kind of mix up the coast and the bits that aren't coast. We've got villages at both ends. Like, crazy, crazy good. The next part is he's done this in tropical, and I mean, this is where reasoning gets a bit weird. He's been burying trees so that you get some blurred, like slightly darker green patches of fairway. For me, that's probably minimal effect, but we'll try and spot it as we go around. Burn, as you'd expect, is done really flipping well. I mean, Skinny is so good at the precise stuff. So that looks pretty damn amazing, as we might expect. Yep, his dirt roads, I think, are one of his... He's outstanding at them. He puts them on most courses. Just great. And then the whole course, for the old course, is designed to be played as if it was like olden times. So rather than going with fairway for fairway, he's gone with light rough for fairway, which I am really excited to see how it plays. We also have fringe trick around the greens. Yep, so we got that as well. He's just pulled out a ton of different things here. There's just craziness going on. So, now the reason he's gone for light rough as fairways is to limit rollout and make it hang up on bigger slopes and things like that, and have it play as if it was a lot older than it is, which I'm here for. It's madness, and it is just crazy. So, okay, first hole. We got out of bounds down the right. Love it. Okay, so out of bounds down the right, dropping off down to this cart path on the left. Green that... big greens. And the slopes aren't necessarily giving me a place I really want to play from. I think I'm okay from here. Oh, that's fairway. Of course. Oh, Freewood Max. Oh, I thought that was for the other tee box. Okay, we'll play 3 with Max for the next hole. Just because why not? I mean, there's going to be all sorts of quirky stuff. I mean, we do have a floating fence post though. Are we okay with this? It's just amateur. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what he's gone for. Yeah, amateur. Lighthouse in the back is just like, there are very few lighthouses that I would say are tastefully done. That one's one. Ah, oh, didn't curve back in. Really fun first hole, like, I'd say gentle opener, but I mean, there's out of bounds, but sad lighthouse noises. Okay, yes, we got fairway apron, makes sense. You also don't get tons of spin. I mean, it really is madness. I am very glad he went with this for the like contest version because he was tossing between the two. I think this was the choice all the way. Hopefully we can just bank it into that part of the green and have it just run down. There we go. I'm liking the big greens with... These are the sorts of greens that I would not make, and I'm really enjoying that they're there, like big slopes, big, pretty circular greens. Fun. I know we haven't had good links courses in a long time. Large, easy greens. I'm not making them look easy. Little pot bunkers are really well done as well. This is a great look. I've just realised also he's managed to put the waypoints in such a place that we're going to get defaulted to 3-wood off every tee. He's genuinely thought of everything. Yeah, shoulders was a good links. I want to say that the green is too big, but I think it's probably not. I don't know. I don't have a frame of reference for this course. Great view. Planting is understated but lovely. Oh, does it not? I feel like it might do. I've never really played around with that. I love this. This is so stupid and so great and so clever at the same time. Hilarious. I don't know if they are. I'll have a look. But I guess the big greens allow for an awful lot of rollout, which makes sense. This is, I can already tell this is going to be one of those courses I'm going to have to play a couple of times to really get. Little bits of grass planting work really nicely just for framing the odd bits of views. Beach is well done, kind of as you'd expect. Hey Skinny! You're in for a proper lovin'. People are really enjoying this. Also, I'm afraid I accidentally took driver off the first tee because I forgot. Sorry. Love this because we want to land just over that bunker to not run away. Are they custom T-posts? Yeah, I think so. They're little bits of fence. Madman. Absolute madman. Joe really has a way with words. Oh, not the red slow. I mean, I feel like I cannot possibly pull out a splash shot on this course, right? That's so satisfying. It's awesome, isn't it? Just bringing a smile to your face. I know, right? I mean, the greens are giant, but they really don't feel it. Okay. I mean, somebody's going to play down to there. We could lay up short. And that would mean we're coming down the slope. We do want to take this on, I think. They really do. I think you've nailed it in terms of like green contouring, and I felt like I keep wanting to say they're too big, and they really aren't. Because they don't play anywhere near as big as they are. Evening, guys. Thank you for joining. You're in for a treat. Okay, so we've got that tiny little slope at the back that's going to mean that it just goes. So for those of you just joining in, what makes this course mental and really well done is a couple of things. So sorry for YouTube people who are having to see this again. First of all, the plot. Skinny has pulled some crazy tricks and extended the plot as far as you possibly can so that he's got this great little butterfly out and in routing. So we start by going like hole 1, hole 2, hole 3, then we come back in, so he's alternating whether we're on the coast or not. Second thing, the farmland looks great. To manipulate and make it feel like old and to have ground game really work so the ball bounces and doesn't just stop. He's made all of the fairways light rough, which works so well. Only Skinny, exactly. Somewhere up here? I mean, it's just hilarious. Of course it does. Okay, it's not a great shot, but we'll take it. On 5-4s. Yeah, exactly. No, he's totally nailed it. It's mental. Little village, like, and clusters of houses look so good. I don't really have anything negative to say. I'm just going to enjoy this one. This is absolutely wild. Great spine, and like I'm starting to, in my head, get the idea of shrinking all the contours and working out how this works. Hey, golf dude. Alright. I think it's just going to be a kind of, you hit it and you find the fun shot rather than over-analysing everything. Ooh, that's not good. I like that we're now playing over the cart path. That's fun. I'm allowed to hit a 3-wood on an approach, right? I also like that the light rough makes your club selection much more variable. Ah, we're going to end up in our first bunker. The only thing that's a shame is the stupid tropical bunker lip texture. But there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, well, Kevy, I think most of us have. There's genuinely only one designer who can do stuff like this. And like, put it all together and have it be cohesive. A lot of people pull tricks just to show that they can do it. Like, very few use them as creatively to make this work. Yeah, so Matt, you can still get a driver off a tee box, so. Ooh, it looks like there's loads of space on this pin, there really is not. I don't think I mind being... It does also mean it clings to really awkward side slopes. Just wild. Somewhere over here. Yep. Doubt it. Ah, adjusted at the end. Yes, a little bit. It makes it more variable what you're playing, which again makes you play into areas, so it makes sense. Like, it's really well thought out. Oh, okay. So short par 4. Huh. Feel like I'm missing something. Great green site. That might be okay. The slow might help us. Bounce on up. It is a par 4. Yeah, I mean, which makes sense. If this were a par 3, you'd be... And he's definitely ramped up the green slopes to make it basically all about the green. Nice. Of course it does. Oh yeah, I should mention, Skinny also published a new version of this with a different tee set. And yeah, the pars will change for a couple of holes. There'll be some lengthening and stuff like that. So like more madness. That's cool. It works as a short 4. It's a very easy short 4, but it makes sense. Okay. Ooh, got a little bit of a Lido sort of hole here. Okay, so I'm really enjoying the minimalist aspect of this course. Where are you taking me, Skinny? Why am I going that way? Lido, Lido. Yeah, it's one of the lost templates that. Well, it's a template hole basically. Ooh. I think we want this one. That glitch is still there. Ah well, it's alright. Go on, bounce and hit the little spine. There we go. How to get over the ridge. There we are. Lovely view to the little town. Little bushes and things here work really nicely. No, you wouldn't have done. There's a couple in existence, and the original isn't, and it was a very specific design. You won't find much on it. Basically, a hole with multiple split fairways. The other reason I haven't done it is because I don't really want to see very many of them, because they tend to be done poorly. Nice, Matty. The houses do a great job, and they do also, like, they fit. They make sense in the environment. In this wind, this is just not nice. Back-to-back par 5s is good. I mean, using the burn in a different way is underrated. So on this one, we were worried about rolling into it. On this one, we're worried about not being able to clear it. Really interested to see where you put your tees for new on this one. Oh, I don't know if I can take driver. By driver, I mean 3-wood. And if I do club down, I club down so far. Let's play this as a 3-shot hole. It is hilarious and just wonderful. Fairway mounding's great. What are these little... What are we doing here, Skinny? Little drops of fairway? There's gotta be a reason. There must be a story. Okay. It doesn't affect anything. What were they for? Or are they just things you forgot to remove, or...? Oh, so this one's typically a blind shot into here. Okay. Dreadful. Dreadful shot. Otherwise you always hit to the nearest green surround. Okay, I am now even... that's now not a mistake. That's just crazy that shows up. So there's tiny little fairway splines which basically guide us towards the green rather than hitting to this little bit of fairway over the light rough. You just utter madman. I'm not even... That is no negative mark that shows up. Oh, I haven't hit it. This par 5 has gone badly. It's fine. I mean, yeah, maybe. Fun little sort of blind par 3. Ton of fun not knowing where the pin position is. Okay, I think this is the club. Gotta go big. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just don't try to get him to explain any of it. Like he talks in a language no one can understand. Yes, yes we do. Now turn in. Love the little fence post back here that I'm just clocking as the putt goes in. There's a 2. Mumbles. Yep, little fence around here is great. What have we got? Oh, so kind of can't path for farmland because the red one, yeah, the red one doesn't look great. Another par 5. Well, this one we're definitely going to want to be bouncing it on. Okay, so what have we got here? Different angles of play. Out this way. Is this a shared fairway? No. Oh, it's just kind of really wide. And definitely don't want to go too far left because you're running the risk of going out of bounds. 3-shotter. Yeah, probably. You just don't think it when it's 552 yards. So this bunker's probably in play on our second shot. So if we go this way, can we... Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna... We'll play it and we'll figure it out later. We'll definitely figure... It's definitely a 3-shotter now. I mean, downwind, surely you could get there. This makes sense. Might need to sit. Really needs to sit. Yeah, for sure. Get up that slope. I mean, making a real meal of some of these holes, particularly the par fives. Love the little. Imagine the plat thread. Please put this on plat, Matty. I mean, you can. Ooh, look at this green. This one's got some contour. Okay. Love the little stone wall. That's class. Little gaps in it work really nicely. Okay, so this is basically saying don't be an idiot, use the backstop. Got it. Up 20. Kind of in between clubs. I think that's good. Of course they will, but they'll do that on anything. That doesn't mean we shouldn't use it. Give them something they haven't seen before. Ah, we didn't use the backstop. Really? Oh. Oh, it came back in. Pretty certain that was going to miss. Awesome skyline fairway. Okay, big old spine in the green. I am so interested to see where this goes for like matchups. This is a hell of a joker for Pithy to have. Ooh, long old par 4. Okay. We go somewhere. I mean, we're going way out left. And a big old kicker slope, so I think left is good. No, who doubt that is not how it works. Come on, coming off the kicker slope. This is too much fun to go long. Damn it, it's gone long. No splashes. That might roll out too far. Oh, that needs to stop. Oof. Yeah, I knew I'd missed that. That's a horrible stroke. Wow. But I mean, I think a lot of this with this one is just not trying to overanalyze it as well. Very respectful. Okay. Yeah, tailwind, we're clearing that. This wind, we're definitely not. Yes, Matt. 495 par 4. No 3-wood in that. No, can't hit 3-wood. Jesus, Skinny. Is this one meant to be a 4? Get your par. I'm not getting close to the green in 2. But I like it. Just like, we're not getting close. Deal with it. I don't really want to play a flop. If I can possibly help it. Partial pitch it is. Forgot yours. Scottish did publish. Okay, I mean we made a par. That's going to divide opinion, for sure. I mean, there've been properly class courses. We can play all the way out here and get more of an angle. I mean, I kind of had the same comment on TJ's. I think there's been a few holes where I think we've gone crazy wide, but I've not really commented on this one because everything's a bit nuts. So I'm still really trying to process it a bit. Let's just get up somewhere close. Some of them. Yeah. Okay, we've made it onto the fairway. We will take that. What do we reckon? We go 6-iron chip? It's got to be 5-iron chip, right? Ah, it was too much. Yeah, I would imagine they very much are. But light rough, max firm, max. Ah, shame. Yeah, this is another one of those courses. I've had a couple of playthroughs in this Dream Team contest where I've just got not much to say. This will need a couple of goes for me to properly process. Can you cut the corner? I think you probably can, which is a shame because that gives you a better angle, avoids that big spine. We're not going to do this. Yeah, the new version has proper fairways. I would assume that would be like internal out of bounds. Try it. I don't want to try it. I want to play it properly. No, we're going to play properly. You'll get a G-Dog playthrough later, he'll do it. Angle looks worse, green runs away. I don't know, I think angle allows you... Well, maybe the distance in. Yeah. I guess the distance in makes it... Jesus, you're finishing with some tough holes here. Yeah, I'm sure he does. I don't know. No, probably not. I definitely wouldn't aim at another green in real life. Madman. Absolute madman. I'm fighting hard to protect my -4. Hell of a run in. Really fun closer. Isn't it? We've got an absolute brute of a wind. And that's it without and back links. Like, I've been a member at one for quite some time. And you'll get days where you're going out and just like you're scoring well under par and hitting like gap wedges into par 5s and things. And you just know that coming back in it's going to be horrific. That was awful. Right, chip time. I mean, this has been the most fun part of the round by a mile. Chip and runs that we never normally play. And there we go. Coming back in, usually, having 9 holes to warm up and feel like you're hitting it well, definitely. I mean, where to start? The big ideas are crazy well executed. Like, there's stuff here that is so far beyond like advanced level design, and it all makes a ton of sense and it's really well thought through. It's not done for the sake of a gimmick. It's really considered and generally just makes the course play better. I probably won't play the new until after I've finished doing all of my judging for this course, because I think I want to experience it just like this. Now, in terms of what else do I enjoy, like I thought you didn't crutch on anything really. A couple of burns that were kind of in play on tee shots, but not much else. And you could have very easily, like that's respectful to how those sorts of courses would have done it. They wouldn't have tucked greens right beside them. Give him a flyover to finish the new course. Yes, we can do that. What else? I mean, it's just a blast to play. Like, the environment's a hell of a lot of fun. While we do this, let's load up our new course. Where might this one fall down a little bit? Well, I think the one area for me that I always find with these sorts of courses is, having played it, it's hard to pinpoint that many holes immediately that just stick with me. So the new course, those of you who are watching later, got 3 sets of tees, 7, 3, 8, 8. So if we load up the black, so where could this one struggle in competition? Like, you could, if it comes up against a course that has this sort of immersive environment and some holes that you really remember and like what have you, then maybe. So here's the new course just to finish off. But again, like, I think it's one of those where you'll learn it more and more the more you play it. So the new course, we've got fairway texture, as we would expect, proper greens, still the same routing, I would imagine, like the same old stuff, different lighting, so not foggy and overcast, but now bright. Actually, I might have to play this one to really understand what you've done. So yeah, I mean, it's just a hell of an accomplishment as much as anything else. Like, to do something this different that basically creates a theme, I would say, of like old school Highlands. You've got a putting course at the far end, of course we do. Really interested to see how the hazards come into play differently on the... Yeah, it happens. Really interested to see how the hazards come into play on the new as well, and like whether they work off both, because if you're making it work with driver and fairway on one course and just 3-wood and light rough on the other, I mean, that's beyond what my brain can process. So yeah, I think that's all I've got. Like, and planting, understated, fits the course, but doesn't necessarily wow you. Maybe, no, probably not, but it fits. So the environment is totally immersive. Where could this one come up against some trouble? I guess if it comes up against something that's just very in your face and does all the stuff this does. But the creativity is going to push it over the line, I would imagine, against 95, 99% courses. I mean, it is an important course, and that creativity is going to take you a hell of a long way. And I mean, this is a proper wild card, and like the sort of course that you really want to be having on your side, because it's like I can imagine Pithy will just be thinking he's got a grenade in his hands, basically picking this one out. So anyway, that is going to be the end of our stream. To those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for following along. We're going to just cut the video there, and then I'm going to restart the stream just so we can go and raid G-Dog. So I'll be back with you in just 1 second.